and welcome once again to English 1302, Week 9. For the next few minutes, I want to talk to you about everyone's favorite subject, poetry. Now, you've probably had more experience with poetry than you realize. Maybe you haven't devoted a lot of time specifically to the study or appreciation of poetry, but if you've listened to much music, you've heard poetry set to music, you've probably been exposed to it in other ways, and it really is, it's not as hard as a lot of people want to think it is. I talk to students and I say, what do you think about poetry? Well, I don't get it. It's hard. I don't understand it. You probably do. You probably get more out of it than you realize. And I'm going to talk to you about just a couple of things that will really help you understand it and appreciate it more. Poetry really is a thing of beauty and joy. If you don't believe me, watch Robin Williams in an old movie called Dead Poets Society. 2 thumbs up. All right, so I've posted up the vocabulary words for poetry. There's a new folder under the content tab, under the content module, sorry. Inside the content module, there's a tab called poetry, and there's 2 or 3 PowerPoints. One is called Appreciating Poetry, and it just talks about how to appreciate it better. Read your points slowly, carefully, with emphasis. Look up words you don't know. Read it out loud. Read it softly. Read it standing up. Read it sitting down. But read it, and read it multiple times. You really can't understand poetry very well if you only read it one time. So read it several times and read it different ways. Now, one thing you may have noticed is I have purposefully, on purpose, I have chosen the shortest poems I can find. Some of these poems are really short. This week, for week 9, we only have 5 poems. Richard Cory, which I think you'll like. It's very straightforward. There's nothing subtle or underlined here. Now, there is some symbolism, yeah, but it's pretty straightforward. Then, of course, everyone's favorite Edgar Allan Poe, The Raven. Halloween's coming up. My Papa's Waltz, which I'm going to post a video which will help you understand that. Then The Passionate Shepherd Who Is Love, and the nymph's reply to a shepherd. Young man falls in love, asks a girl to come live with him and be his love, and then her reply to his request. An exploration of the eternal themes of youthful love and foolishness. So read the poems, read the PowerPoints. There's also a PowerPoint with vocabulary words on it, like metonymy and synecdoche and metaphor and simile and all those words, which we do use. We'll be discussing from time to time. You don't have to have those under your belt, but I encourage you to learn them as quickly as you can and have them ready. What you want to do is, what I do is I have the list out in front of me, and then as I read the poem, I can say, oh, that's a simile. Anytime it says like or as, between 2 things, it's going to be a simile. An allusion is where the poet references or refers to something else that you should be familiar with. And so if you recognize the Shakespeare in one of your poems, or recognize something from the Bible, you can say, oh, that's an allusion, and you'd be exactly right. All right, so read the poems, learn the vocabulary words, and then next week we start Robert Frost. Now, I went ahead and posted, we're doing 3 major poets this semester, Robert Frost, Emily Dickinson, and William Wordsworth. I went ahead and posted all 3 of those. Focus on one at a time. Wait till next week and then open up the Robert Frost one, learn about his life and times before you read his poems. And we're only doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of his poems. So, he wrote over 400, so barely scratching the surface there. And then Emily Dickinson after that, another American poet, and then we wander across the pond to merry old England and William the Wordsworth, the walking poet. These poets all have wonderful nicknames. So, okay, I hope you enjoy it. And of course, you're more than welcome to attend my Monday night class, Monday at 7 o'clock here at the downtown campus, room 2016. We're on the 2nd floor. And if you have any questions about the content, please ask. Drop me an email, jfly@southplains.college.edu.